and gents, Romie Reviews here. Please like, comment, subscribe. This is my review for Season 6, some of you say Season 5, of The Haves and the Have-Nots. Episode 14, The Rabbit and the Water, what is it? Moccasin. What? That title's trap. Okay, whatever. So it starts off with Wyatt, and Wyatt's trying to convince, Mitch's, is it cousin, brother? He's a Malone. That's all that matters. The Malone, the drug dealer Malone, that, look, I got the money. Wyatt doesn't realize that, no, his money is transferred out of his account. And the guy wants, for one, we know how this goes. He feels like it's a trap, or he feels like this guy's just playing with him. And why is this guy playing with me when he knows that I mean business? And I'm thinking, because he's a drug addict. Are you kidding me? This isn't your first rodeo. This isn't your first time dealing with some fool, some scammer. So then Wyatt calls. He calls the bank and he's trying to figure out what happened to the money. After going through the actual, I said, this is the most realistic episode that's ever happened of the Haves and the Have-Nots, because they went through the entire menus of when you call in. I said, okay, Tyler, you've been listening to us. All right. I can't give you too many points because I don't want your head to get any bigger, but I'll give you some. And so Wyatt calls. He goes through the proper channels, and that's when he learns that the money isn't there. He's trying to figure out, where did the money go? No one's like, I don't know where it went. Oh, so do you want to go? So you're saying this is fraud? Yeah. That's exactly how it is. Yes, it's fraud. Then she tells him, well, you're going to have to come here. How is he going to go to another country when he does not have any money? I said, finally, we're making this make sense. So now he's going to have to reach out to dear mommy dearest so that he can go and get the money. He's trying to do that, but Catherine is talking to Jim. Catherine's talking to Jim. Well, Jim comes in a little bit later. She's talking to Hannah, and she's happy Hannah's back. And you know Catherine loves her some Hannah, because Hannah did a lot for her. Helped her through cancer, helped her deal with her husband, forgave her for her son, running over her son. There was a lot. Hannah, she has her shining moments, and I'm glad that Hannah got her different wig. Hannah, she has a smile on her face, and Catherine's just happy that Hannah's happy. Hannah's making more money. We said praise Jesus. You have to take the money while Catherine still has access to it. In comes Jim, and so Hannah, being nice, cool and copacetic. Hey, Mr. Crier. Hannah, so you work here again? I said, Jim, not today. But, he has bigger fish to fry, as in Catherine. And talking about how the women that he slept with, because Catherine said, you smell like another woman. He said, oh, I sure do. And it was fabulous. Maybe I'll invite you this time. Hannah goes, because she has to make up the guest bedroom. And Jim is going to reach out to, I guess her name is Sarah. I believe her name is Sarah. The woman that he slept with, or she willingly slept with him so that she could get ahead in her career. He's going to use her to try and bury this case. So Catherine, she's going to go allow Jim to go and fix this. Her phone keeps blowing up because Wyatt is the one that's calling her. So when she finally picks up and talks to Wyatt, at first she said, I'm not going to help you get drugs. What's the problem? You're supposed to have over $8 million. What, close to $9 million. What's the issue here? What is the problem? And he's like, look, I'm thinking, Catherine, you're not thinking, you're not in your right frame of mind. Your son is a drug addict. You just saw him with a bunch of blow, and now that blow's gone. So now he's saying that, oh, she's not doing drugs. He needs the money, though. He needs the money. Okay, yeah. I just need you to bring the money to this address. I'll text you the address. This guy's going to kill me. He's going to kill. I'm looking at Catherine like, and this is why your son is an addict. Because you bailed him out time after time. Jim is talking to Sarah and telling Sarah, come to the hotel. We're going to sleep together. But after we're done sleeping together, you're going to go and walk me through how I'm going to get through this case. Now, the biggest thing with that is, once he gets off the phone with her, Catherine lets me know that, Wyatt just called me, and apparently this drug dealer, he said he's going to kill him unless he brings the money. And mind you, he didn't say how much money. He just said bring the money. I'm thinking, so now we're getting these loose. Okay. All right. All right. Jim's gonna has Wyatt's phone number, so he's going to track the phone, see where Wyatt is, because Wyatt isn't answering. We find out why Wyatt isn't answering, because the Malone guy thinks that Wyatt is a cop. Wyatt is the fuzz. He doesn't believe that this kid really just played him like that, and there isn't some type of sting going on. What that means is that he needs to cover himself. So he goes and pistol whips Wyatt. I said, it's what we always wanted. Do it again. Do it again. Do it. Bam. Bam. Anyway. Justin gets called into the chief's office because the chief said your mother's been calling. And I'm thinking, okay. While that's happening, he finally goes into the captain's office, and the captain lets it be known, I know what you did. All the officers know what you did. And he shows the video of, Justin being exposed. Now, the chief also knows that Justin hasn't talked to his wife, hasn't talked to his mom, and I'm thinking, why do you know this? Because his mom called everyone. She called, let all the officers know. She called, let the chief know. I said, wait a minute, what type of mess is this? Now, Justin is trash, so we're not focusing on that. I'm just trying to figure out who does that. But then again, Justice with his whole rapey talk, this is what he deserves. Now, the chief lets me know, I don't care about what your discretions are. I'm not focused on that. I truly am not focused on that. What I care about is, can you fix this? Can you cover this up? Can you get rid of this? Can you make nice? That's all I actually need to know. Can you or can you not? Because I can't do this. I can't have this type of messiness. And then he also gave Justin some great advice. You need to just go and be honest with people and let them know what's going on. That's why you got into trouble in the first place. You weren't honest with them. I'm thinking, oh, it's a little bit too late for that, and we'll see why. Candice, on the other hand, she goes and calls because she's trying to figure out, wait a minute, what's going on with the funds? And I told you guys that there was something off with the money. I knew that there was something off with it. I knew it. Candice calls. So she calls the bank because she can't access the money. The first woman she calls, and I said, finally, they're making this realistic with the prompts and the chains of command. The bank teller doesn't understand why there's a hold. She gets her manager. The manager doesn't understand why there's a federal hold. As soon as I heard that, I said, Landon did it. And he did it on the behalf of Charles. That's how my mind is. I'm already on to that. As soon as there was a hold, I said, okay, there's only a few people who even know to go and do that. You have to think, people. You have to think. And now, the Candice got the number as to who put the hold in place. She calls, and like I said, it's Landon. So now Landon is telling Candice, I put the hold on your phone. We need to talk. Candice said, look, I'll go to the press, tell them everything that I know, derail that. Don't try me, Landon. I'm thinking, Landon, you are messing with the wrong one. She lost her son. Her son is dead, so Candice doesn't care anymore. She really doesn't care anymore. When we see Justin again, we finally see who his mother is, and I said, wait a minute. Wait, no, I'm not finally. It's that whole thing of dun dun dun, and the mother is the bigoted older white woman redhead who lived across from Candice when she had that the house where Quincy was killed. It's crazy how all this tied in together. You have to follow it with me, because when I saw her, I said, wait a minute. Did we already know that? And I just forgot because it was so long ago, or it was so loosely based. Yeah, I guess we did. It just feels like forever ago. So she's there, and she's talking to him and saying how could you do that to your family? How could you do that to your wife? I'm thinking, yes, facts, facts. And then she was like, that man, just tell me the truth. Just tell me the truth. And then she goes back to memory lane where he was in, oh, was it middle school or high school? And apparently he was in a compromising position with another black male. So I said, oh, so this is your thing. Because I almost feel like his mom is equally upset about him being gay as she is that it was with a black guy, because she said colored, with that colored boy, that colored man. I said, oh, 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 we already knew you were a bigot. We already knew that, but you just reminded us. So she just said, look, no, I told, she's the type that goes, runs and tells everyone. So she went, she told all of his siblings, she told the entire side of the family, she told the police department, she told the local news, she told everyone, don't come back to my house, don't, you are out of the will, you are dead to me, you are dead to me, and do you understand what you did and that you need to apologize? He said yes, and let's see, did I actually feel bad? Did I actually feel bad? No. No. Why would, for him? No, 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 absolutely not. No. After that, Benny, he's at the house, he's in the kitchen, and he doesn't really see anything, but he hears footsteps. It's like, oh no. He goes, he tries to scoot out of that room. Melissa said, no. I'm used to having other men go and do that to me. You're not gonna go and disrespect me by leaving the room as I enter. And so then Benny had to check her real quick. Hello? You're in, this house is nice, right? This house is nice, right? You're in this house, rent-free. I don't know you. You don't know me. What's the real issue here? And she was just like, look, the disrespect. I'm glad that Melissa's sticking up for herself, but she's still off. She's still loony. She's still loony because she was still trying to have sex with Benny. Now, Benny, it wasn't that he didn't want to, because he said, oh, you're pregnant. No, the issue isn't that she's pregnant. The issue is she's pregnant. It's not your baby. That's the issue. Even though she said, oh, you didn't have any problems with that when we were doing the deed. Mitch comes and Benny said, look, that girl Veronica's house, she's here. What girl? Oh, that girl. Here, why? Look, Veronica kicked her out. My mom felt bad for her, and now she's staying here. Mitch did what I would have done. Like, of course it would happen to you. Of course it would happen to you. Then in comes Melissa. Melissa looking at Mitch. Mitch biting his lower lip. I said, Mitch, get it together. I know you like chocolate, but get it together. And then Benny said, okay, we have to go. Mitch said, you gonna leave her in your house? You said she's cool, but what if she goes to steal stuff? I don't own anything in this house. Who cares? Who cares? And then Mitch, even though he didn't remember Melissa before, cough, cough, as he was leaving, he said, bye, Melissa. Look at this. Anyway, Hannah is done for the day, and because now she's supervisor, so she's done for the day. She's leaving. Here comes Derek with lilies. So Hannah's trying to figure out, oh, so now you're stalking me? Derek said, no, I'm not stalking you. These flowers for you, I was gonna leave them on the porch later. Yeah, and Catherine told me to come here around this time. She didn't say your name, but I'm not dumb. I came prepared. And Derek really likes her. And I think Hannah realizes, I deserve, because Hannah she's glowing. She has a smile on her face. We actually see her out in the sunlight. I said, thank you, Tyler, because I don't know if I could deal with miserable Hannah much longer. I really wasn't sure if I could do that. So Hannah, she even has a more managerial wig going. open collared shirt. Look at Hannah, a little bit of blood. Look at Hannah. So she's happy. Her and Derek. Actually, she invited Derek back to her house. Huh? No, for dinner. For dinner, she has to go and make dinner for Benny. I'm thinking, really? Okay, well, I guess you're the only one that actually has a job, so okay. But Derek's invited to come later so that they could eat. Back at the jail, Justin lets Jeffrey out. Well, he takes him to a holding room, an interrogation room again, and because Jeffrey, of course, is thinking Justin's just messing with me. But Justin said, wait, I'm getting an apartment. Why don't you come and live with me? I've looked at Justin like, are we really doing this? He was like, no, but come on. You need to. I need you there. Please, please. I'm thinking, Jeffrey, if you go, we know Jeffrey's going to do. I'm just tired of him. He's. Ugh. So, Jeffrey, he is officially let free because thankfully David was there, like he said in the morning, to come and get him. So Jeffrey left. He saw his father, and he looked at Justin in the corner of his eye, but kept it moving. Here I am looking at this like, Jeffrey, you are so weak. You are so weak. I know you're going to go back. You are the worst. You are actually the worst. You and White can both go. You both infuriate me. You're both unnecessary. Except for this next scene. Now David brings Jeffrey to his place. He's going to give Jeffrey the condo. Let him stay at the condo. Shout out to David for actually having the money. Because clearly Veronica doesn't. But somehow David has all this money. But then again, working with Jim, I'm sure. Anyway, so they go into the house. Erica is thinking, oh, David's coming back. Ha ha ha. She's in her little lingerie. And she's just like, hey, welcome home. Jeffrey is looking like, hey, who are you? She's like, oh, no. She goes running up the stairs. I said that was cute. Okay. But Jeffrey's happy for his father. Like, oh, so I see you met someone new. Mm-hmm. And like I said, he said, oh, you look happy. I'm thinking, yeah, a new relationship will do that to you. Especially a healthy one. Well, at least you think it's healthy. Erica's freaking out upstairs. She calls Candice. Candice said, what? Not, hey, how are you doing? But what? And she did that because she's trying to figure out, what's the point of you calling me? Erica's freaking out because she thinks, oh my God, Jeffrey's here. Candice said, and? Candice has 8.8 million to worry about. Now, Candice hangs up because as soon as Erica said, I'm not sure if he saw me, then why'd you call? Because I forgot that Erica was at the house that one time that Jeffrey was there. So, but Jeffrey's ditzy. He's ditzy. Anyway, Erica makes up. Oh, water. Erica makes up this excuse why she doesn't want to, have dinner with Jeffrey and David anytime soon because she's so embarrassed. And under normal pretenses, this would make complete sense. But we know Erica's only doing this because she's trying to avoid the inevitable as much as she can. But she loves her some David. It's very apparent. The good thing is Jeffrey's gay, so he felt absolutely nothing for Erica at all. It's like, oh, okay, that looks cute, but that's all Jeffrey cared about. Waste. And anyway, now Candice calls Veronica and lets her know that, all right, so there's two things going on. The first thing is the plan with David could be because Jeffrey saw Erica, or at least Erica thinks that Jeffrey saw her. Um, and so Veronica's looking at this whole thing like, well, it's Jeffrey. He probably didn't. And even if he did, I mean, the light bulb doesn't go off all the time when it comes to him. That light switch isn't consistent. So, Candice said, yeah, you're right. All right, second thing is, there's an issue with the money. The money's in limbo. Can you get a Supreme Judge to come and help me out? A federal judge to help me out? A federal judge to help you out with what? The money. What's the problem with the money? It's in limbo. There's something going on with it. What? Now, because Candice can't divulge the full truth, Veronica just feels like, little girl, why are you wasting my time? Why are you wasting my time? Sidebar, I forgot to mention that, I forgot to mention something really important, that Jeffrey decided not to go against Benny, at least for now. And when he was talking to David, remember, David has a personal reason not to like Benny, but he also understands that Benny's young and's roped up into Veronica's web. I think his final standing is, yeah, the right thing would be not to include him since he didn't actually kill Quincy. But when they were having this conversation in the house with Erica upstairs, I'm thinking, why would you, this makes no, I know the house is huge, but it's hollow. There's no furniture. You can hear everything. Anyway. Well, I'm sure if Jeffrey was left in the jail long enough, he would have. When said, yes, it was Benjamin. Yes, Benjamin Young, absolutely. Justin finally has to deal with his wife, or so she thinks. She goes and serves him divorce papers, and when I tell you he took it, signed all of the documents, like, oh, okay, this one, okay, yeah, okay, thank you, done. And she said, oh, wow, is that easy? Did you actually want to get divorced? It's like, I'm thinking that's not helping your case. But she did let him know that, hey, you just got played, because I not only was that a divorce, that was also a restraining order that you actually signed off on, so you can never get close to me ever again. And I'm thinking, well, you two have a kid, so how does that work? And they addressed that. I said, okay, thank you. Consistency, writing. He also signed away his parental rights. He looked so hurt, and I said, that's what you get. I don't feel bad for you. I mean, you screwed over your wife, your whole family. She was saying the same thing. You screwed over your family. I hope he was worth it. Do you love him? And if you do, I really hope he was worth it. Ugh. Justin is so enamored with the thought of being with that black man. He doesn't care about anything else. Okay, I'm like, trash. Veronica is good. She is good. You have to give it to her, because when she was talking to this lawyer and she wanted to go and get the subpoena against Melissa because she's painted this beautiful narrative of how this woman is crazy, she's suicidal. I have video of her cursing me out. She constantly makes threats. She's a danger to herself and my unborn child. I want her to be put into a loony bin until the child is born. And she slept with this guy, this old white guy in the past, and he mentions it like, oh, of course, you hold a special place in my heart. And in my spank bank. He might as well have said that. So they're going to get it done today. There'll be an evaluation today. And obviously, if she fails, she gets incarcerated. Now, Catherine's still freaking out at home with Jim because Jim's over it. Jim's like, we're still enabling this behavior. We're still enabling this behavior. And why is it that I gave the information to this man and he can't get back to me? Why is everything taking so long? They're freaking out because they know it's a possibility that he could be killed. So now Wyatt gets into the fight with the Malone, and the guy starts beating him up, but Wyatt's way bigger than him. So Wyatt takes this glass, slashes him in the throat, and then the guy falls. I'm thinking, oh gosh. So that's it. Please like, comment, subscribe. It looks like we'll get more of the mess next week. Cool. Green screen back. Praise God.